Hey ladies, I am back today to share some thoughts with you on social media stuff. If you're new to my channel, my name is Alana and I would love for you to like this video and subscribe. My channel is all about marriage, homemaking, healthy living, and homeschooling. If you're interested in supporting my channel or becoming a patron, check out the links in the description box below. So social media, the world's entire life in this day and age. I personally am only on YouTube and I go on Facebook from time to time, but never to surf and scroll and very rarely to post anything. I just feel like it's modern day busybodies and we fall in so many dangers in being on social media too much. I have a few videos where I've talked about modern day busybodies and I will post them in the description box, so definitely check them out. What we post on social media is a big deal as Christians. Number one, what is our purpose in this world as Christians? To bring glory and honor to the Lord, right? And what do we desire more than anything as Christians in this life is to make sure that there is an open door at all times to anyone who we may have the opportunity to share the gospel with. I've been to several business conferences when I was doing Juice Plus more actively, and one of the things we used to cover all the time in our conferences was branding yourself on social media, make sure you had a brand. That's a very business approach to social media. When you think of Alana, what do you think of? Oh, I think of marriage, I think of healthy eating. And back then, I used to try to make sure that people thought of healthy eating number one on my Facebook and stuff, because I was trying to brand myself as Juice Plus representative. And so I wanted that door open so that people would contact me if they ever had any questions about food, diet, and supplements. And so that's what branding yourself is. And whether you know it or not, we all brand ourselves. When we put things on social media, even without the intentional effort, we are branding ourselves. So take a minute and think about what you post on social media and think about how you might be perceived by the rest of the world. How are you branding yourself? Are you branding yourself as someone very unapproachable, that the door is completely shut, judgmental, has no time to listen to anybody with different thoughts? Are you branding yourself as someone who's obsessed with the news and politics stuff? Are you branding yourself as a complaining person? Are you branding yourself as a woman of God, that the door is wide open to receive and hear and discuss anything heartfelt and vulnerable, where you may have the opportunity to share the gospel with somebody? The list can go on and on and on and on and on. If you look at your posts on Facebook and you think, when someone thinks of me, what's probably the first thing that comes to their mind? What would your answer be? You are giving people the first thoughts they have of you by what you continually post on social media. We all are. And thinking through this has made me regret a few steps I've taken in the last 2 weeks. I have posted a few out of my comfort zone, more controversial, more straightforward and bold interviews, news broadcasts, and just, I guess, my own words as well concerning politics. I even made a video on here concerning, not all politics, but I did discuss a few things that are controversial, and naturally the response was a mix of supportive people and of bothered people, and some people even unsubscribed, which that's funny to me. But I think for those of you that know me as Alana, who talks about marriage, healthy living, homeschooling, and homemaking, to leave that box is showing you a side of me that you hadn't seen. Or if it's the only side of me that Facebook sees, how can I expect that people on any social media would ever say, I have a question about the Bible, I need to reach out to Alana? You know, and put yourself in that situation. If your mission is the mission that Christ left us with, the Great Commission, to make disciples of all nations, to spread the gospel to the ends of the earth, how are we doing that? And how are we leaving the door open for opportunities for that by the way that we behave on social media. Are we arguing in comment sections? Are we telling people off? Are we saying all sorts of unkind things, hateful things? Are we posting things that make people think that's who you are in their mind, that person that posts political stuff all the time? What are we doing? And it's a really important question, because our primary goal is we're Christians, and that's how we need to represent ourselves to the world. Our primary goal is to accomplish the mission and to be faithful with the mission Christ left us with, the Great Commission, to share the gospel. How can we do that well? How can we be inviting and leave that door open if we are going crazy on social media with negative things that make us seem proud, argumentative, hard-hearted, very decided and decisive? It's almost impossible, you guys. And so reflect on your social media activity. I have a few regrets on things I've posted lately. Normally I am very mild on there, and I stepped out thinking I was doing something good, but now I'm like, probably shouldn't have. I probably closed a few doors, lost a few opportunities, but I think it's very important that we reflect on these things and really, really search our hearts and think about, what kind of branding do I want to give myself on social media? What kind of person do I want to represent on social media? How can I open doors to people to feel comfortable with me and come to me for spiritual encouragement or questions, and leave those opportunities available to share the gospel? It's very, very important. So I hope this video is challenging and timely and encouraging to you. God bless you guys, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.